What's up everybody, it's Wyvern. In today's video we're going to be addressing a Pokemon that I talked a little bit about in my last video, the top 10 off-meta Pokemon, and that Pokemon is Tangrowth. It came in at number 10 on my list in that video for top off-meta Pokemon for the jungle. I was going to do this video on Alolan Exeggutor until Wigglytuff became viable when Charm dropped. Now that that's a thing and Wigglytuff is going to be on probably 80% of teams, do not use Alolan Exeggutor. It dropped like 15 spots or something ridiculous like that when Charm came out, just because you know it's pretty much going to get hard countered. It was already off meta, now it's just deplorable at this point, so do not use Alolan Exeggutor. Moving on to Tangrowth though, since that's what this video is actually about. It's a strong defensive grass type. It plays similarly to Venusaur, aside from the fact that it doesn't counter Vigoroth, it does lose to it. However, with that being said, it just barely loses to it, so it can definitely win depending on the energy, how much health it has, and the shields, and frankly, it can come down to IVs as well. It's going to win 58% of its matchups, and the moveset that you want on it is Vine Whip, Ancient Power, and Sludge Bomb. In the video, in the matches that you're going to see, I only have Sludge Bomb on it, because I don't have enough candy at this moment for a second move, and I haven't decided if I'm using it or not yet. So when you're looking at that energy gain for Sludge Bomb, just keep in mind that Ancient Power is one less Vine Whip than Sludge Bomb. So it's going to charge up a little bit faster, you're going to get to it a little bit quicker. Solar Beam is the third charge move on it, but even with the same type attack bonus, it's just too much energy, so you're not going to want to run that. You're going to get to Ancient Power and Sludge Bomb a lot quicker. Tangrowth is able to beat the Electric and Grass-type Pokemon and Wigglytuff, so that's one upside to it. However, it's going to lose to the Flying and Bug types, but with that being said, Ancient Power on it does give it a chance against both of those. So the fact that it has a move to counter the top two counters for it is definitely very nice. So with Ancient Power on it, the top counters for it are going to be Venusaur, Fortress, and Scizor, just because none of its fast or charge moves are going to do all that much to them. All three of those Pokemon are going to be super effective on Tangrowth, and they're going to resist anything Tangrowth has to throw at it. So those are primarily the top three Pokemon to counter Tangrowth. But without further ado, guys, let's dive right into some battle footage and take a look at how Tangrowth performs against the Jungle Cup meta. Matches here are going to be against FP Sticks, a guy that I met from the Go Stadium Discord, and we leveled up friendship, and now we do practice battles. If you haven't heard of Go Stadium, I highly recommend it. It's a great way to meet other trainers and meet other people to practice battle against. We're going to lead with Fortress here because it's a pretty neutral Pokemon that wins a lot of matchups in the Jungle Cup, so in my opinion, it's a pretty good lead. We're going to stick in here because I know we're going to be fairly neutral against the Noctowl. Ultimately, whoever wins is going to come down to shields. So we're able to tank that Sky attack pretty well, and then we're going to be able to get to a Rock Tomb of our own and either hit this Noctowl for massive damage or force the shield out of him, but either way, it's a good scenario. So do a good chunk of damage on the Noctowl there. We're going to keep going at it with the Bug Bite, and we do decide to shield here just because I think I'm probably able to get to another Rock Tomb before he finishes us off. So we're going to keep going out. We're going to stick in. We're not going to switch. I don't want to give up switch priority. And we're going to go straight for that Rock Tomb because he has to be super close to a Sky attack at this point. I don't want to try and finish him off with Bug Bites. Otherwise, we're probably going to need to use another shield. At that point, we're able to burn a shield, and I'm content to just let Fortress die because we're going to be able to come in with our Vigoroth and finish him off. So we're going to do that and charge up a bit of energy in the process. Obviously, he just used Sky attack, so he's not able to hit us with a charge move. And now we're both down a Pokemon tied at one shield. So we're going to wait and see what he comes in with. We're going to have that screen pulled up just in case. And we are going to try and hit the Vespiquen with a Body Slam to burn a shield. Because when the Tangrowth comes in, we want that Ancient Power to be able to go through. So unfortunately, we're not able to burn a shield here. We're going to switch into Tangrowth. And this is when I remember, I don't have Ancient Power on Tangrowth. I have Sludge Bomb, and I only have one move. I realize at this point it's not worth shielding because the Tangrowth doesn't have value in this matchup, and we're surprisingly able to tank that X-Scissor pretty well. So we're going to go for the Sludge Bomb anyways. Obviously, there's no reason to not use that move, and he is going to shield that, probably because he thinks it's Ancient Power. So we see the Bug Bites there doing more damage than the X-Scissor is going to do. Have to use the shield here because it's our last Pokemon, but at this point it's pretty much a lost cause. So you can kind of see how the Tangrowth would have worked there if it had the Ancient Power. So having that second move on it is pretty much necessary for it to be viable. There we hit it with the Body Slam, but he's going to switch out into his Vigoroth, and that's pretty much just going to end the match. But yeah, having that second move on Tangrowth is crucial to its success, because if we had Ancient Power there, this would have been a completely different match. Game 2, we're going to lead with Tangrowth because I did like its bulkiness in match 1, and unfortunately we are in the same matchup again. So we're going to hit it a couple times, just get up a little bit of energy, and then we're going to go straight for our Alolan Golem. I didn't bring either Fortress or Vigoroth this time. I brought Pokemon to counter those Pokemon. So we're going to go for the Rock Blast here. Obviously Vigoroth is going to deal a ton of damage to Alolan Golem. So our best bet is simply to burn shields or hit him with a couple parting shots before we're knocked out. Unfortunately, not able to get to another Rock Blast before he's able to charge up a lot of energy on us. We are able to do a good bit of damage to him. And this is where we're going to come in with the Heracross. This is why I brought it to this matchup. It's a very good Vigoroth counter. Run into a little bit of lag here. Nothing too much. It seems like both parties probably lagged. Able to get 2 counters off before he gets a Body Slam off. I assume, though, he probably does have a second one charged up, and he does. We're going to let this one get through because I know we're able to take at least 1 hit from Body Slam. And Heracross is here to counter Vigoroth, so we know he's going to be able to do his job. And it's at this point that he's going to come in with the Knockdowl, I believe, the direct counter to Heracross because it's 4 times effective, and he does. However, we're able to get the close combat off. Ignore the text messages at the top. Sorry about that. So close combat, we see it doing a good bit of neutral damage to Knockdowl there. I think I'm probably going to end up buying that second move on Heracross because Mega Horn's also a good option. And here's another scenario where having Ancient Power on Tangrowth would help us win this match. Because remember, he has that Vespiquen in the back as well. So we're going to have to shield here just because it's our last Pokemon and our last shield. So Sky Attack would do a good chunk of damage to us. And I can use the Sludge Bomb here, but I know my only hope of winning is if I'm able to feint the Knockdowl with fast moves and hit the Vespiquen with a Sludge Bomb. Because there's no way in heck I'm going to beat it with just Vine Whip. And unfortunately, we're not able to do that, so we're going to lose this match as well. Final match of the Tangrowth battles, we're going to lead with Vigoroth just to kind of mix things up. He's going to lead with Knockdowl, which definitely gives it a very interesting matchup. This is probably one of my favorite matchups of the Jungle Cup just because the winner can be dependent on who shields and who has charge move priority. It's a very close matchup. So we're going to go for the Body Slam right there, and it does a good chunk of health to the Knockdowl. He's going to switch out, so we have our switch tab pulled up, and I should have gone straight for the Knockdowl, but for some reason I go for the Body Slam first, which is going to cost us a shield, because there we try and switch out. Oh no, it doesn't cost us a shield. Okay, I'm thinking of a different match. So we are able to switch out before he does anything relevant. And here, we're gonna let this through just because I'm not sure if he has 2 moves or not. Turns out he does, so it is a Power Gem. So we're gonna go straight for that Sky Attack. I might have been able to farm that a bit. Use a shield on the Knockdowl and farm the Vespiquen. I probably should have done that since we have 2 shields. But we do finish it off with that Sky Attack. Unfortunately, taking that Power Gem, Knockdowl is down on health a good bit. So we see the Vigoroth come in, and we're going to try and get to a Sky Attack before it hits us with a Body Slam, just because I don't want to have to waste a shield on an almost dead Knockdowl. And we are able to get to that Sky Attack. So we're going to burn one of his shields as well. Now he's just going to feint us with fast moves now that he knows we're out of energy. So there's no reason for him to Body Slam. And this is where we're going to come in with the Tangrowth. Try and tank those Body Slams for our Vigoroth. Because like I said, Tangrowth is a pretty bulky Pokemon. So we see it still in the green after taking 1 Body Slam. And we're going to let this one through as well. That's one nice thing about Tangrowth is its hit points. It's just such a thick Pokemon. And at this point, we're just going to try and feint it. We're trying to get to a Sludge Bomb, and we are barely able to get it. That's another instance Ancient Power would be better to have on it, just because you get to it 1 Vine Whip quicker. You wouldn't be as close to being feinted. So we're going to shield here. We have 2 shields left at this point, so there's no reason not to shield. It's our last Pokemon. We're going to go straight for that Body Slam. I don't want any chance that he's getting to another Body Slam since he has 1 more Pokemon left as well. So I'm just going to try and finish him off, and we have to use our shield here as well for the Knockdowl that he has left. So we're able to block that Sky Attack, and then we go at it with counters. We're trying to get to that Body Slam. We're trying to get there first, and we are able to get there first. Unfortunately, though, Body Slam not able to finish off the Knockdowl, and we are 1 counter away from winning, and we can't do it. So a very, very close finish there, and we do end up losing it. Knockdowl has 1 HP left, and we can't pull it off. So there you have it as far as Tangrowth goes in the Jungle Cup. I think having Ancient Power on it would make it so much more viable. I just didn't have the Tangrowth candy or the Stardust to shell out for a second move right now on a Pokemon that I'm not really sure if I'm going to use or not. But I still think it can be viable if you have Ancient Power and Sludge Bomb on it. It wins those flying and bug matchups in no shield scenarios because of that Ancient Power. It does kind of stink that Solar Beam is its best grass move, so you can't get the full effectiveness of the stab. But Solar Beam could definitely be an option over Sludge Bomb. It just kind of comes down to preference, but I think having it be as thick and tanky as it is, and then the Vine Whip Ancient Power combo, I think makes Tangrowth a very strong Pokemon in the Jungle Cup. If you enjoyed this video, guys, please be sure to like and subscribe. Please be sure to share this video on Twitter to help grow the channel. Until next time, guys, I'm Wyvern.